I'm back at Chesil Beach for 72 hours of fishing. And this one is a bit special for me. Early this year I uploaded a video titled Dorset Beach Fishing Returning from Heart Surgery. This was one of my first sessions back doing something I love after having open heart surgery in January. This was to repair a defect to my heart I'd had since birth, and I'm pleased to say all went to plan. Since then I've been all over the south coast making sure I make time for fishing, catching new species, breaking PBs and ultimately living life to its fullest, and importantly supporting my physical and mental well-being. But this story all started on the 8th of January, the evening before my surgery. Excited to share my passion for sea fishing with some of my good friends, I sent the all-important group chat message. Roll on train bookings, flight bookings, baits dug, tackles ordered, and 9 months later here we are, 4 mates ready to take on the beach of broken dreams. My goal for this trip would be to convert one carp angler to the proper side of fishing, and get 2 complete novices up to scratch enough to be able to fish the mighty and sometimes unforgiving Chesil Beach, all before we held a mini match to see who really was the best natural angler. Well, we are here at a very wet and windy and wild Chesil. Our accommodation just above Cogden. Unloading the cars now, and that's our accommodation. Amazing. Well, home sweet home for the next 4 days, although hopefully we'll be spending very little time in here, and most of it will be out there, out on the beach, out on Chesil. We're pretty much, gear is in the apartment. We need to go through and set up everyone's rods and rigs and figure out what everyone's using. Obviously no one else has got sea fishing gear, so I had to bring all of this that I borrowed from every corner of the planet to make sure everyone's got the right kit. Everyone should have 2 beach casting rods and 1 spinning rod so we can get on the squid, some lure fishing, you know, might be able to pick up some bass, mackerel, whatever, we'll see. We're gonna get this all sorted, and I think the plan tonight is to fish Abbotsbury, but we'll see. It looks coddy out there, I'm not gonna lie. It is dirty, coloured, choppy water, so let's see what happens, eh? Oh, they're giving us little biscuits. With the cars unloaded, we set about tying shock leaders and rigs and fine-tuning our plan of attack for the next few days. With Chesil as our playground, we felt like kids in a candy shop. Oh, and let me introduce you to Darren, one of the quartet making up this little squad of anglers. Darren is a stereotypically angry Scotsman with a keen interest in catching pets from ponds. I mean carp fishing. Only joking. Darren is an avid angler, however never really dipped his toe into sea fishing. So, it was my mini mission to show him the wild side of sea fishing with the hope of maybe convincing him to invest in his own little beach caster one day. But we'll see how that goes. Darren's strengths include the ability to cast with such accuracy that he can knock a bass out with a lead directly to the head within 200 yards. However, his weaknesses include getting so angry at the fish that stripping his bait, he'll rage quit and need a season or 2 to calm down. And if wild seas were what we're after, Abbotsbury delivered. The winds were blowing onshore way harder than forecast, with speeds reaching 40 miles per hour plus, making the sea unfishable. So, we decided to make the long march back to the car and think of a plan B for that evening. Right, so Abbotsbury was a bit of a fail. Darren, what's your first experience at Chesil Beach?
Oh, it's lovely, sun was out, temperatures were roaring, a bit windy.
Yeah, a little bit windy. Yeah, it's just not fishable, but you know, we are here for, 4 days, 3 nights, so we have to give it a go. Like, we're here to fish, but it's just not doable. We probably could have maybe pushed it, but it would have been hard going and probably taken the fun out of it, to be honest. So we're going to pack up, get some food and water in us, and then I think head to Bridport and see if we can get the spinning rods down, because there is a harbour down there. I've never been down there, never fished it, but we might be able to scrap out a little session of mini species, fingers crossed, which might be fun. But fingers crossed, it means the fishing the next few days is going to be off the charts, because a big storm, a big blow up, churned up water typically brings the fish in, as we know, the cod. That's what happened last time I was down Chesil, so fingers crossed the next few days when the rest of the guys turn up, it's going to be good fishing. A quick pit stop for the spinning rods and we were a couple miles down the road at West Bay Harbour. Leading up to the trip, I had in the back of my mind that this could be a spot for some sheltered fishing if the winds troubled us. So, with some optimism in stock, we set off to scratch out a session of micro-species hunting. So yeah, what I reckon we do, we just take a little bit of scrap of worm and, oh, that's a lovely rag that. What I'm going to do, just thread it on like that. In fact, that's probably even too big. And we'll see what we can find. That wind's ridiculous. no idea how deep this is. There's a bit of water there. Fact, there you go, that tells you. 4, 3. What's that? It's just under 3 metres. You can try that other side of the harbour, because it'll be probably a little bit deeper water there, maybe.
Seen a bottle of wine floating around in there.
Did ya? What's the verdict, you reckon? Wait, a line here, go on then. It's probably what, 6 foot?
Yeah.
That's alright, I reckon. What the hell? I mean, that sounds like an instrument. It's fair to say the next hour of fishing was fairly lacklustre. Trying different nooks and crannies of the harbour, flicking baits under the boats, it seemed the fresh water from all the rain earlier that day may have put many of the species off hanging around. That was until Darren was able to put a bend in his rod at last. Play it carefully. Gently does it. Oh, has he come off? Oh no, he's still on there. Giant tuna hooked in West Bay Harbour. Oh, he's lost him. Oh, he's putting your hook out, mate. You picked up someone else's line? That's a crab line, isn't it? Oh, your knots have worked, mate. Hang on, I can probably pull it up from here. Hang on. If you walk back a bit. It's still going. I got it. Well, do you know what, mate? I'm counting that as something caught. We have not blanked today. With not much else showing apart from a pesky crab and weed collecting on our lines, we decided to save some energy and call it a night. The next morning greeted us with much more favourable conditions. The wind had eased off and was now blowing offshore, meaning other than some residual swell, we were now looking at a much gentler sea. I was itching to get down there. Yeah, much more fishable conditions today. Still quite coloured, dirty water, so the flatties might not be on the feed. You might not find them, they obviously prefer clearer water, but we've got the stillness, we've got the calmness, so will be some nice, easy, fun fishing conditions today. Looking forward to it. And it didn't take long at all before we were into the fish. Yes, what's he got? Our first Chesil fish session. It's a little dogfish. Little dogfish. Well done, mate. And with one down, the bite soon started to roll in. Hey! Another species. Come on, lads. Little pouting. Lovely little fish. Another new species for you? Do you want me to take a photo with you? PB pouting. Do you want it? Yeah. Right, welcome to day 2. We've been down here, I don't know, half an hour, and within baits in the water, we are getting bites within minutes. It is awesome, like hot fishing is what I'd like to call it. But yeah, conditions are completely different from yesterday. It is a lot calmer. There's still a bit of a swell out there, but it's actually really nice to fish. So yeah, fingers crossed for a good day. Let's get fishing, let's get baits back in the water. Darren, obviously, is pretty new to sea fishing. He's already caught his first dogfish and his first pouting, so I'm absolutely buzzed for him. Each cast, first cast, dogfish, second cast, pouting. So I'm absolutely chuffed. I, on the other hand, have lost the rig because my clip came loose, and I lost the fish actually reeling it in the surf. But I'm happy. I'm happy he's catching. Excited for the guys to come down and for them to get in the fish too. Let's have at it today. I'm in, guys. Finally a fish. You still there? No, the curse of the camera. Faffed around putting the camera on, it's gone. Missed the bite. Right, well Darren is racking up the species. I had a bite and managed to lose it, bringing it in again. You can, yeah. They're very slippery and slimy. But there you go. A tiny bootlace conger. Well done, mate. Right, I'm officially catching and no longer just fishing. There we go. I'm off the mark with a dogfish. And a stocky one at that. Well, just saying, first time we get to sit down. And Darren's rod, as you can probably see, is absolutely boinging off. It is, yeah, cracking fishing. Absolutely cracking fishing. Fish a cast, I think lines are in the water no longer than a few minutes most of the time. Well, the benefit of coming fishing with a carp angler, which of course Darren is he brings everything but the kitchen sink. He's brought his brew kit, he's brought his nice comfy padded chairs, better than the little stools and stuff that I normally bring. So, plan is, we're going to enjoy this fishing for the next couple hours. I think I mentioned earlier, the rest of the boys are going to be heading down, be here about 3, 4ish. We're going to fish this till about 1 o'clock. I think it's just come up to 11:30, so we'll do another hour and a half. Pack up, head back up to the accommodation, have a little bit of food bite to eat. Probably head to a tackle shop because Darren is now keen to, now that he's got a feel for the rods, the rigs, kind of the approach, you know, some of the basics of sea fishing. He's keen now to test out some other different rigs and get some more leads and try some different stuff, which is good. I'm really happy he's kind of really going to get into it. So we're going to head down to a tackle shop, pick up some bits for him. There's a few bits that I want to get as well, especially because I lost one of my rigs, so a bit annoying. I'll replace that lead probably. I might get a few just kind of spare flapper rigs, scratching rigs as well, or tie them up, I don't know, see what we've got for time. And then yeah, we're heading back out here later this evening, and the 4 of us, hopefully we'll do a big session down here at Cogden, see if we can't tackle some rays. I'd really love to find some rays tonight. With the conditions now flattening off, the wind is going to continue dropping as the weekend goes. Tomorrow looks to be absolutely perfect, lovely conditions, which is going to be our Abbotsbury session. But yeah, so far so good.
That tide's coming in, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's only about a metre tide, so it's not going to come up like to bother us. But yeah, it's starting to move, which is good. It was one of my concerns was to see whether the small tides would affect the fishing, but yeah, it definitely hasn't. So now you've had your first kind of proper taste of Chesil Beach, like first taste of sea fishing. What do you reckon?
It's enjoyable. It's different to what I'm used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see why you enjoy it.
I had, I think I was down here in May time, maybe a little bit early, April time, and I had an absolutely huge fish on, but it was on my scratching rig.
Yeah.
It was a trace with beads on, like the one I was fishing first.
Yeah.
And it snapped me off, and I was like,
convinced it.
oh mate, it was a big fish. It was, I think it was either a big conger or something, which has managed to go through the line, but it was only £30. The hook length was only like a £30 fluoro.
Right, okay.
And it just snapped straight off. I was gutted. To be fair, I think if I had played it better, let it just take line and taken my time, I might have got it in, but I was just like, this was like towards the end of the session, it was pitch black, I was just like, blood start rushing, you can't see much, I didn't know what was going on. I did not expect a big fish on this rig at all. But yeah, I was gutted, absolutely gutted.
Yeah, that one's gone now.
Yeah, that's I'll take that.
Yeah.
Fish on. Well, Darren's patch has definitely been fishing more so than mine. I've been fishing off to the right here. He's been fishing one rod to the left there. So he's very kindly let me fish to the left of him on one of my rods, and it's already getting bites. Darren, straight back in again. Ah, the elusive ghost fish.
Gripped me.
Yeah, that's actually, isn't it?
All
It could be crabs. There's no chafe on the line, is there though? Weird. Oh, it was a big bite. Is he still on though? Yes, he is. Is he? Oh, please come on. Yes, he's on. I'm on. Oh, mind out. See that dog flipping jump up on me as I was trying to play that fish in. Right, there we go. Another little dogfish for me.
Well hooked as well.
Yeah, beautifully hooked actually. Yeah, I was sat there trying to like bring it in through the waves, and the dog ran up to me and literally like pounced on me. I was like, control your dog, mate. What's that, fish number 6?
Yeah.
Between us?
I've had 2 of them thingy ones, one of them and baby conga.
Yeah. Tell you what, that's a bullhuss. See the nasal flaps?
Yeah.
The big prolonged nasal flaps. They typically have like a wider head here, and they're a lot more aggressive, like he is. So actually, it's another species ticked off. Decent. Right, last cast before we head back up. Let's make it a good one. Nice. Oh, did you want me to go further to the left? Oh, all right. I just don't want you to catch again. Well, that's like me. It's like you taking me carp fishing and then out fishing me. Or no, other way around. You taking me carp fishing and me out fishing you. Those last casts saw another round of dogfish added to the tally. So, to leave some for the other anglers, we packed up our gear and headed back to base camp. On the way, Darren had a chance to show me his true love in the local tackle shop, and I also spotted him starting to add to his sea fishing tackle box. Soon after, our final 2 new anglers arrived. First up, our fresh-faced Geordie, Bo. With an unusual penchant for sausage rolls, Bo has never actually cast a fishing rod, let alone caught one. His strengths include a competitive nature and always having a spare Greggs steak bake in his bag for bait. Weaknesses include an inability to tie the knots and a reliance on energy drinks to last a night session. Next up is Johnny, who is also my cousin. Johnny has dabbled in fishing here and there, claiming he used to course fish in his younger years. So time will tell how he manages on this trip. Oh, and he's late for everything. I mean everything. You ask him to pass the table salt, expect it to take 2 business working days. Johnny's strengths include the patience to wait for a bite because he won't want to recast his rod. Weaknesses, I'm missing the bite because I'll be too late to the rod. With the crew finally assembled, we headed back down to Cogden, set up base camp and began casting out some baits. Excited for a nighttime session to begin. With this being a fairly new mark to me, I was hoping to find a sole or 2, but the real excitement and goal was to just see the lads land their first sea fish. Hang on, this is a monumental moment. Mr. Nathan Harwood, what have you just done? What is it, your first ever fish? Look at that, with that sunset in the background. That is a nice little pouting. Well done, mate.
Get in. Oh, I'm actually buzzing a lot. Buzzing a lot.
Someone say they want glow sticks. Someone say they want glow sticks. Right, well, it's been a bit of a dogfish fest at the moment, but nearly everyone's catching, and it is a good vibe, and people are having fun. Tonight was just a bit of a scratching session. I'd love to bump into a soul, and we'll see if that happens. What have you got?
Another conger.
Another little conger. You'll get a. That's smaller than the last one. It's a tiny, tiny little conger eel. It's like tangled itself up. They often like do a little death roll as soon as they get hooked.
Brother, what happened?
Oh no, Paul, how was it catching your first ever fish?
Exciting.
On Chesil Beach?
I've never caught a fish, so it was very exciting.
Oh, look, come back over here again. This fish is having me on right now. And I don't know why I'm sprinting for a dogfish.
Hello. I caught a fish today. It was like this big. Its eyes were like this big. But yeah, very exciting stuff, catching fish. Do you know what it is? I used to rinse people who used to fish, but actually it's quite fun. I'm a veteran now. I've officially caught a fish. I've broke the streak. I have, because well, you know, it's grown on us. It's because I know there's a fish on there. There's no rush. You know what I mean? You just know, as an expert fisherman, you just know that there's going to be a fish on there. So, see, look, it's actually moving. Shall I go reel it in?
Yeah.
Be right back, guys.
Literally looks like bringing young offenders for a day out, doesn't it?
It does. I've let Bo reel my rod in when I had a fish on it. Go on, Bo. There's actually a fish on it. Go on, keep reeling. I'll count this as your second fish. Not your rod. Didn't cast it, didn't bait it, but.
Yes!
Lovely little dogfish, mate. Bring it up here. Yay, caught something that's not a dogfish. Finally. After many laughs and a fair few fish, we decided we were all pouting, congered and dogfished out, so decided to head back, rest up and get ready for day 3. Day 3 greeted us with absolutely stunning conditions, and by far the best of the trip. So, with buckets of optimism and childlike excitement, we headed back to the local harbour town of West Bay to recharge and stock up on some extra tackle supplies ahead of the day's fishing. know about that. Well, maybe the RAF. Welcome to your first experience of the Abbotsbury Walk. I think this geezer helped on the last foot. Try to take the credit for it, it's pretty dull. Alright, so what's the time?
11 minutes past.
Okay, so competition has started. Rules are, we've got one rod each. I know I've got two, but I'm going to fish one. We've all got flapper rigs. Any fish you catch that is not a dogfish, I've got the weight, the mat there with the scales on it, with the length scale, measure, that's what I meant to say. Total length of fish caught is your score.
Okay.
For every dogfish you catch, it's minus 10 centimetres. And the competition will run until 10 p.m. Deal? Alright, best of luck, boys. 2 prizes. Oh, you got a second prize as well. You got a bite? You are definitely getting nibbles, yeah. Also, second, there is a background competition for the big chocolate bar that we saw on the flat, which is for the most species caught, regardless of size.
I mean,
So,
I'm happy to catch one fish, to be fair.
well, you were buzzing yesterday on me out for pouting, so, you know.
First a pout and then a tuna. Possibilities are endless.
Here we go, we're here. We're fishing, we're all set.
Now we wait.
5 hours of doing sweet FA. With the rules set and lines wet, the lads started to concentrate on their fishing. With plenty of fish landed the day before, the group had confidence would be certain to see bites today, especially with the surprise that a mark like Abbotsbury can offer. So what I was explaining to the boys then is that we're just about to enter the ebb tide, and looking at the tidal curves, this next flow of water is the biggest flow of the day. So, fingers crossed, this is when we start catching fish. Yeah, it's a little bit like, it's a bit of a tease because it's just, we're all getting twitches though, we're all getting little just pecks and that. It's like, you feel it, can you? Johnny goes and takes the lead now after blanking all weekend. He's actually in the lead. Genuinely in the lead with, is a little pouting? Yeah, a little pouting. We're gonna have to get a measure on that.
Well, my hand's about 10 inches, so.
Yeah, all right, mate. Right, let's get the measure out. We're gonna have to. You might win on that. Right, I've never measured a fish this small.
It's decent.
Nothing decent about it, mate. But if it's a winning fish, I'll give it to you. Hang on. Get on the line, get on the line. Do it in centimetres.
What do you do in centimetres?
This is centimetres, yeah. That's inches, isn't it? Right, let's get a second pair of eyes here to adjudicate.
Call it 13. 13. 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 and a half, that man.
Yeah,
Yeah, 13.5.
Fair.
it's at least 15. Got 13, yeah?
Call it 13. We'll call it 13. There you go.
Right, mate, you got to kiss it and chuck it back in, haven't you?
Oh, he can't win on that. Although it was the smallest fish in the ocean, Darren was off the mark. And with time ticking, the nerves and bites started to grow. I just had the biggest bite of the night on my right hand rod. Caught it right down. Didn't hook up somehow. Straight in. It's taking your top hook.
Taking the hook?
As in the bait.
Oh.
Stripped it. Hey?
You know what? It's eating all the squid off.
You know what you need to do then?
What?
Put your squid out.
Yeah, I know.
Dig a bit of squid. Alright, well Darren in the lead is playing it smart. He's sending out a whole mackerel head and guts on a pulley pennel. So absolutely send it. Yeah, your clips come off. Send it looking for a conger. Nicely done. That's a fish, that's a fish. Drag, 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 drag. Yep. Lifting, lift high. Any weight? Keep your rod tip high. Right, go down to the shore. Keep the tension on there. Alright, stop here and then lift that rod tip. Keep the tension. Oh, he has! He has! He's got a pout in! See what? I think that's bigger than Darren's. I think that's bigger than Darren's. Look at that measured. I've never been excited to see it's a pout in.
Yeah, buddy.
That's your first fish as well? Yeah.
It's only taken me like 20 hours.
I think he's got you, Darren.
How long's left?
45 minutes. I think he's got you, Darren. Let's get to that mat. He's fuming.
Yeah.
What was yours at 30?
13.5 is 15.
No.
Oh.
Hang on. 20.
Oh no.
What are we giving that? 22?
22. 22.5.
22. You got him beat by 9 centimetres.
Alright,
You're in the lead, mate.
you get me a picture.
As if Johnny doesn't catch a whole fish a weekend, the one she catches is going to win in the match.
Nice.
There you go. All right, get him sent back. But what we doing here? We're having a reaction to that latest fish just caught.
Yeah, I'm looking for a last minute winner.
What are we doing with our tactics now?
The Hail Mary.
So rather than leaving your rig out for an hour, you're going to rebait now with 40 minutes left to go.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And then what's going to happen, right? Is I'm
Yeah.
going to catch tuna.
Right.
I know it's illegal.
Yeah.
Whatever. But then I'm going to win and I'm going to get that trophy because it's funny if I win it. Because I'm an absolute novice.
Tell you what, seeing as I'm still blanking, if you now do catch even a tiny pout in, out of the 4 of us, I actually don't catch a fish today.
To be fair, I'll just be happy to catch it anyway. I came all the way from Newcastle to catch one fish. And it was a tiny place or whatever it was.
It wasn't the place, mate.
Or whatever it's called.
It was a pout in.
Pout.
Pretty much the only fish that we've caught this weekend, apart from dogfish.
Like your 12 dogs.
Oh, and the little conger eel they had.
I'll just pull this out and there'll be a fish on it.
I'm actually going to be. I'm going to run to my rig and have to hang on.
Feels a bit heavier. Feels a bit heavier. Could be something on here.
Are you being serious? Hang on. Wait.
Oh.
Is that your? Oh, it's your lead. That's your lead. No, wait.
Wait.
He's got a fish. You've got a fish.
I've got a fish!
He's got one.
I've got one!
Oh, he's got one. He's actually got one.
It's not bigger than Darren, it's the smallest.
But it's put me in last. We're going to have to see if that beats Darren's, not going to lie. We've got 40 minutes left, it's all kicked off. Look at this absolute.
That might be a record.
Hey, you want to put it on the ground? Oh, that's going to be close, you know. He's been sat there like, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to put out wherever I want. I'm going to, do you want to, that is a perfect little, nearly, live bait. The way you've hooked that, if you left that out, a big conger could have taken it. So, what was yours, Darren? 13? Plus 20. Oh my god, you've beaten him. Yes, he has. That's 14, mate. That's 14 centimetres.
Literally like.
Bo, you're in second. Yeah.
Oh my
That
god.
is on 14 on the dot.
They said it couldn't happen, but the two amateurs are winning.
This is a poor showing from the 2 actual anglers in this group. With everyone else scoring points, I was starting to get concerned. The actual sea angler couldn't lose at his own game, could he? A dogfish on my non-competing rod did help settle the nerves, although thankful it wasn't a minus 10 points, which would have certainly seen me out the running with not left long on the clock. Where I at least sound blank. I've still never blanked on Chesil. I can just about say that. I had all sorts of emotions going on, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I bet. When you ran down, we were like, no, he's got something big. We were all out. And he's got a cod or something. But now he's just minus 10 points.
Right, so just to explain what happened there. I finally got a bite, a good bite as well, reeled into it. Came off in the surf. I didn't even realise which rig it was, so I thought there's about half an hour left to go. And I thought I can get some points on the board. Anyway, it was a dogfish, which would have been minus 10 points. Luckily, it was on my pulley pennel rod, which doesn't count. It's not in the competition. But I haven't blanked. It's a fish. Right, so there's murmurs that we're going to extend the competition. There's 10 minutes left to go till 10 o'clock, 10 p.m, the deadline. But I ain't caught a fish yet. And Darren now isn't first. So let's have a collective vote. I vote yes. Darren, what do you vote? Yeah? Okay. Aye.
I think Johnny's actually caught something here.
Is he actually? All right, we'll postpone the voting. We're 2 up already. Boo, you got us all down for nothing. Right, Johnny's in the lead, but majority vote says we're extending for another hour. Oh mate, if this is a dogfish, I reckon this is a dogfish. I actually think this might be a dogfish. Have you just caught your first ever dogfish? Now, I'll keep reading. Mate, you got an eel. No. Mate, it's a dogfish. It's a dogfish. He's got a dogfish.
That's like bringing on a sub in extra time and it's scoring an own goal.
It's your first ever dogfish, mate. But it's also meant you've probably lost the competition. I am no longer last. Oh, wait, no, I still am last.
No, you're still last.
No, I'm still last. So we've just had a revelation, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm winning on species.
He's got 2 species. We never said dogfish.
I'm starving, there's no way he's getting that chocolate.
Hang on, you were telling me a second ago you didn't care.
Yeah, but I want that chocolate.
Trying to lift this up now.
He's getting the chocolate now.
Stop. Stop moving. Ah.
That's it, grab it, There you go.
Yeah.
All right, kneel down.
Ah.
Genuinely, with 10 minutes left to spare on the clock, I had a rattle on my rod. I lifted into it and pulled in my first eligible fish of the night. Question was it enough to topple Johnny, the current leader? 10 minutes to spare? You reckon? 10 minutes to go. How's the other rod? He's swallowed that deep. Hey? You let a bit of a line off that. Just do the bail line. Roll other rod. Other rod. Just undo the bail arm. Right. I've done it.
24.
24, mate.
24. As it.
24. 10 minutes to go. Oh, yes. What a result. He ain't got out of his chair in the last hour. Look at his ring bag. He's gone to cast. Oh, I'm dying. You went 1 hour ago. The majority voted we extend an hour. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna. With minutes to spare, all rods were being rebaited and desperately sent out for a last minute fish. And to be honest, it was fantastic to see such enthusiastic anglers. There's still minutes to go, so it could change, but the winning fish in the 2024 SDC fishing match tournament at Abbotsbury so far is a 24 centimetre pouting. Right, Johnny straight recasting. You ain't even waiting around. Bolt's panicking. You do? No. No. Darren's, I don't know what Darren's doing. Trying to get bait back in the water. I mean, there's little bits of bait on there. You've got minutes left. If you want to chuck it out for scraps, go for it. My rod's not even in the water. I'm taking the triumphal win at the moment with minutes to spare.
You're about to see the worst cast in history. I would step back if I was you.
Darren has just bolted. Absolutely bolted to get that back in the water. These two are staring at the rods. You getting nibbles? Oh no. You've got 2 minutes. Someone give us a countdown. Darren literally sprinted down the beach end to get his rod back in the water. No, you're not. Yeah, you are. This is tense, this. I haven't got a rod in the water. That was you, wasn't it? Oh, it isn't. You want to go 12 now? You were saying.
Quarter past.
We're going to 12.
Go half 11.
Half 11.
Half 11.
Are you actually? Am I getting outvoted?
You're getting outvoted.
Yeah, because I did it.
Oh, fucking get a bait back in the water then. Right. Is he actually on? No, shut up. Is he stripped you? He missed the bait. Right, I got a chance. I've never worked so hard in my life for some pouting. And I've never seen 4 guys sprinting up and down the beach trying to catch tiny fish either. But this is what we're dealing with. Alright, let's reel them in, boys. With multiple rods tapping away with bites and the timer up, we agree to all reel in at the same time before counting our final scores and crowning a winner. Who's got weight?
What now?
So, the what was it called? The SDC fishing tournament, Chesil Beach 2024. First is the species hunt, and we had 2 species caught by 1 person. Wonder who that was? Mr. Nathan Harwood, with 1 dogfish and 1 pouting.
Pouting?
Yeah, pouting.
This one goes out to my lovely fiancée Steph, for always supporting me, my mum, and my dad Darren.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because as your father, I'll ration this out so it's good for you. Alright?
Thanks, Dad. It's an inside joke between us. Thank you very much.
So in the actual main competition, which is total length caught of fish, we had plenty of fish tonight, of course. We had Bowl with in 4th place with a 14 centimetre pouting. However, don't worry, a dogfish was caught, which of course means minus 10 centimetres.
So that means
So he finished
4
on
centimetres.
4 points, 4 centimetres, which puts you in last. However, you got your consolation prize.
Exactly.
Species. 3rd place is Darren with a pouting of 13 centimetres. Well done, good job, good effort.
So I would have beat him by 7.
I did get the most bites.
You can always.
What did you want to
As in, you were biting loads, right?
2nd place.
I was in the lead up to the end, everyone was cheating, but extended it past 9 o'clock.
Just get extended it.
Yeah, but there were majority votes. Majority votes were saying that.
They kept changing all the rules.
Anyway, 2nd place is Jonathan Smith.
That's not true. That's not true.
22 centimetre pouting. A very good effort, only 2 centimetres off the,
what was
the
it?
top spot. 22 you got.
22. I won. 10 o'clock. What did you get? 4.
That's quite
You got none.
That's quite funny.
You got none.
22 is like 10 o'clock and 24 o'clock.
Hey.
Oh, it's all signed.
Yeah. Anyway.
Let them decide, because the 10 o'clock was...
Hit in the comments if you think 10 o'clock was the correct time.
Yeah,
to
So
end.
we had him. I've got it on camera.
I think you
we
won,
went
so-
round and majority vote said.
I need vote for
Yeah,
that.
but it was 3v1. Doesn't matter what you said. You could have said no. Let's cut it now. It's still 3v1. This is democracy.
That's like the basic fundamental
True.
of a vote.
But
Anyways.
at the start of the game, there was no let's have a
It's not a
vote.
game. It's not a game. Yeah. Anyway, 1st place was myself
Second.
with 24 centimetres.
Last place.
To be fair, it would have been embarrassing with loss, seeing as I'm the only sea fisherman in it.
And it's the fact you caught it literally with your last catch.
He literally
Doesn't
didn't
matter.
catch anything at the time.
No. We extended half an hour, didn't we?
That's true.
Literally didn't
And he
catch
had
anything
2
in the
rods.
time frame. In the real time frame.
2024 winner.
Wait until next year.
You noticed there was lack of clapping. That was very rude.
They don't
That was
support
very
me.
rude.
Well done, James.
But most importantly, hands up if you would do it again next year.
I would if I wasn't getting married.
Dickhead, why'd you put your hand up?
It's a sports spirit.
Yeah, I'd do it again.
Too much cheating.
Just not on that fucking beach, you can shove that one up.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah, I
pushing
ain't
any
doing
more
that
trolleys in
It
my
was
life.
somewhere with this
That
concrete.
was like 600 miles down the coast.
So, no mega bass, no codling, triggerfish, sole, or any real notable fish caught, to be honest. And truthfully, I wouldn't have changed a thing about this trip. Not only did I fulfill the dream I had lying on that hospital bed the night before my surgery of an epic fishing adventure with my mates, but I also got to witness them grow as anglers, catching firsts, feeling engaged with the techniques, rigs and approaches us fisher folk obsess over, and ultimately just enjoying those same feelings I have every time I cast a rod. And really, I couldn't have asked for more.
Bird called a shag.
Learn something new every day, don't you?
Cannot comprehend.